Welcome to Business Live. I'm Mark Croskery. In BL tonight, we're going to kick it off talking about U.S. markets. Berkshire Hathaway roaring back here, hitting an all-time high. Talk about sticking with Buffett when it counts. Berkshire Hathaway Class A shares rose above US $500,000 and closed yesterday at 504,400 all-time here. Shares are up 11% year-to-date 2022. It puts Berkshire Hathaway market cap above $730 billion US and back into the sixth most US valuable company right now in the US. The Federal Reserve approved a rate hike of 0.25%. That's the Fed. This is the first increase since December 2018. The Fed foresees an aggressive path ahead to combat inflation. They're actually projecting rate increases at each of the next 6 meetings, or 6 more meetings to be held this year, 2022. Now, the outlook actually sharply raised for inflation as well. So we'll see what happens here. You know, inflation, a global matter. Right here in Jamaica, we're facing it as well. And you're seeing what the Fed is doing here. It's going to increase mortgage rates, credit card rates, you know, all the rates across the board. Now, GraceKennedy Limited, ticker symbol GK, appointing Deputy CEO for GraceKennedy Financial Group. Not GraceKennedy Limited itself, but GKFG, a big move here. Mr. Stephen Whittingham has been appointed as the new Deputy CEO of GK Financial Group, effective April 1st, 2022. Now, TransJamaican Highway Limited rebounds to profitability, what we like to see on Business Live, in 2021 last year. Net profit for TransJamaican Highway registered was just under $4 million US, $3.99 million US, versus actually a net loss to the market surprise in 2020 of $1.87 million US net loss. Now, the revenue, a good look here, that's the toll rates revenue, improved nicely to $52.7 million US on the top line versus $45.3 million US in 2020. The finance costs, well managed, actually, they declined by almost $2 million US. But however, the OPEX, the operating expenses, really wiped that out on the results. The net profit could have been higher, but OPEX actually increased by $3 million US year over year. Now, the lab, a company the market loves, legal name, Limners and Bards Limited. Earnings growth actually slowed here for the first time in the first quarter. Now, shareholders, of course, probably going to get them a bly. They had a wham of a track record, probably, 12 quarters or a couple of years where they were just flying. Now, the growth for the lab here hit by admin expenses in the first quarter. Admin expenses grew 43% to 75 million Jamaican. It really hurt the net profit here. Operating revenue improved for the first quarter, that's January 31st of this year, to 443.4 million. A nice jump there on the top line. Earnings per share, as we mentioned, flat comparatively year over year, 7 cents per share. But some of the big positives, cash and cash equivalents continue to grow and ended strongly at 400 million Jamaican on the balance sheet of the lab. I'm Mark Croskery. This is Business Live.